places in the world to see often have all of these obstacles and kind of guards around them. For example, this lighthouse, it's basically surrounded by cliffs. The mosquitoes would suck you dry in an hour if you ever broke your leg and fell down in the wrong time, if the black flies didn't carry you off and eat you. Then there's winter. So I don't know, I try to keep that in mind when coming up on these places. Is like, you just got this little window of time, you know, and you got to brave a bunch of pretty minor things in the whole scheme of things. I mean, someone had to make that dock back in the day. Someone had to build a lighthouse back in the day. Someone had to make this trail. The fact that I just have to bring my boat over here, figure out where to anchor, and walk a mile or two, give me a break. You know what I mean, guys. I'm seeing some blue sky up ahead, which tells me we might be getting to the other end of the island. And what is this? Hark! What are we discovering? We made it. Look at this. Warning, stay back. I was wrong, it was 1.2 miles. This must have been the lighthouse keeper's quarters. Maybe there was two. Maybe they'll tell us. Let's look at this one first. Wow, here's some beautiful brickwork. I can't imagine these places are open. Well, that's open. That's not. Let me show you some of the examples of what I would consider to be like above and beyond brickwork. Look at this arch. That took some real skill. I busted out the selfie stick for you guys. We're gonna pop you up above this window here and you can tell me what you see, if anything. Because I can't see up that high. Do you guys see anything up there? I'll watch this later just like you guys and see what's in there. Here's the other building. I'm guessing they had two lighthouse keepers, maybe an assistant. I'll look it up, and if what I find, I'll put below like I always do. But I don't do a lot of research, as you guys know. Ooh, look at that. And there's the wood shingled rounded front. Ooh, that's pretty. Oh, I'd like to get a tour of this one. And Outer Island. This one and Outer Island be a great tour. I think they do it like once or twice a year. Let's go see if we can find these cliffs that they're warning us about. I'm guessing this was either an outhouse or a oil house. And I'm thinking oil because the oil barrel holders right there. We got a little side trail going out here. Okay, look at this. It goes down the steps. There's a concrete room. Oh wow. Look at that. Like ships could come in right here, or boats, and then you got some of the sea caves, which maybe we'll see. Wow, look at this. Oh, we got to come over on this side with the kayak. So if you guys see that white buoy out there, bumper, that might be a mooring ball for folks to tie up to. I'm going to find out when we come around to this side. There's a sailboat anchored out there, so that's promising. Yeah, I think we're kind of coming around to this side afterwards, so let's keep looking around. This is like an old cart trail. I think I see some like rails, cart rails right here. I was right about the cart. There it is. Devil's Island Lighthouse. Very industrial. So it's metal, or I guess steel, riveted plate steel with an exoskeleton. Kind of almost looks like a missile sitting on the launch pad. I don't know what these are. Maybe oil containers. They do look original. Be a good time to have a drone or a flying beagle about now. You ready to fly yet, Beagle? Where beagles fly. Let's see what this sign says. That is a serious lock. Warning, damaging, defacing, or destroying aids to navigation may result in 1 year's imprisonment and $2,500 fine. 1/2 of access fine is payable to persons giving information leading to the conviction of guilty parties. U.S. Coast Guard. I'm going to turn you in, Beagle. Let's go see what this building is. We can look in the window here. Okay, I'm seeing, well, this storage. Lawnmowers, scaffolding. Just looks like storage now. Yeah, just storage. There's a little spot in the fence to sneak by. We're gonna walk out here. Don't want to be falling off any cliffs. I think this is as close as I'll get, guys. Live to adventure another day. So now that I'm looking at this building from this perspective, my best guess is this was a foghorn building. That might have been the foghorns coming out. It seems like most of these old lighthouses did have foghorn buildings. That'd be my guess. Well, that was neat. Got to see Devil's Island Lighthouse up close on land. Now the 1.2 mile hike back to the boat, which I hope is still there. It should be. What do you say we go around the island? Let's come around to the front. What these guys are doing. Looks like it's very peaceful out there, and there's no black flies that I've seen. There's some mosquitoes, but we can live with that. So maybe we can hook onto that mooring ball if that's what that is, or find a place to anchor like that sailboat. Let's jump in the kayak and get a closer look at the sea caves. Bonus. Stay tuned. Before we get out of here, guys, I just want to show you this. This is something I remember from many years ago when I came here with my ex-girlfriend. These rounded corners. So, as far as I can tell, these are special bricks that would only go in the corners of what they're building. I hardly ever see this. Most of the time they're just straight edged. Anytime you find a brick building, but they went through the trouble of like making these corners rounded which I just think is so neat. It just adds this little detail, even by the front door here, on all the corners. That is really neat. Wavy, get out of there. Come on, let's go. When we were over in Split Rock Lighthouse last week, at the time of this filming, I remember the girl saying that a ship heading towards the North Shore of Lake Superior, they could see the Devil's Island Lighthouse from behind, and about the time you couldn't see it anymore, you'd start seeing the split rock. So I think the idea was, this is pretty common sense, right? But it's just kind of occurring to me now, when you're kind of here on the ground seeing it with your own eyes, that they always wanted the ships to be able to lay their eyes on some kind of beacon or something that they could, they kind of know where they are before the age of radar and GPS and all that. Man, did that just change the world as much as anything? Amazing. Just relics of the old world. I don't know what it is about stuff like this, but I just love it. It's just stepping back in time. All right, we're heading back 1.2 miles. You still with me, Bagel? Look at you all back of the bus now. I'm gonna throw you in the water. We're almost there. I can see the water. Is our ride still here? It is. She turned around a little. I did kick up the motor, so it should be okay. Got the kayak. Oh yeah, get your drink. Oh. As promised. Doesn't that feel good? Alright, guys and gals, looks like we're going to leave Devil's Island here, at least the bottom end. Let's go around the front. Let's see if we can see some of those sea caves. Okay, so we're coming around the front side of the island here, and this is where the sea caves really start getting started. There's a few dispersed around the back side and and a couple other islands too, but this is really the place where people think of the sea caves. I'm gonna go see if that's a mooring buoy that we saw from land. I can see it over there. It's still floating in the same spot, which tells me that it has to be anchored to something. Let's go find out. So far, so good on the black flies. Just a few biting my ankles, but that's it. That happens everywhere. Let's get in and get out. Let's look at these sea caves. Let's take the kayak out there. We'll do a little drive-by first and see if that has a line going down to the bottom. I might let the monster cat come by here first before I try to hook up to anything. He's just circling me. There's a lot of people on there. I wonder where they go out of. Maybe Bayfield is my guess. Okay, so I don't have a grab hook. So what I'm doing is I tied up a line, a rope up on the front, and I'm just drifting. I'm going to see if I can catch this on the side and then tie up to it. Okay, I grabbed it, and it looks like it's holding it. It has some writing on the side, something about it's a plow anchor down there or something like that. We'll check out what that says, but looks like it is a place to tie up. Smart. Whoever did it, thank you. I am the farthest from a safety ninny that you'll probably ever meet, but I decided to put a life preserver on. Just, this is cold water, and I probably could make it to the shore, and I probably could make it back to the boat, but why take the risk? It's just got kind of got an air of like, there's always a little bit of eeriness out here, like at any time it could change, so